In the world of cricket, some players are great, others are legends, and then there was Shane Warne. A name that echoes through stadiums, a spin that defied physics, and a life lived at full throttle. For decades, he wasn't just a cricketer. He was an icon, a showman, a flawed genius who captivated millions around the globe. But behind the bleach blonde hair, the zinc cream, and the headlines, who was the real Shane Warne? Today, we journey beyond the boundary rope to uncover the story of the king of spin. Born in the suburbs of Melbourne, Australia, in 1969, Shane Keith Warne wasn't destined for cricket greatness from the start. In fact, his first love was Australian rules football. He was a promising player, even on the books of the Street Kilda Football Club. But a delisting from the team pushed him towards his other passion, cricket. It was a rejection that would, ironically, pave the way for his legendary career. Young Warne was not your typical, polished athlete. He was a bit chubby, loved his pizza and beer, and possessed a rebellious streak. His early days in the Australian Cricket Academy were marked by a certain lack of discipline. Coaches saw the raw, almost freakish talent he had for spinning the ball, but they also saw a young man who didn't quite fit the mold. Yet, it was this very unconventional nature that would become his greatest asset. His Test debut in 1992 against India was anything but spectacular. He finished with figures of 1 wicket for 150 runs. The critics were harsh, and many wondered if this young leg spinner was just another flash in the pan. But Warne had a self-belief that bordered on unshakable. He went back, honed his craft, and a year later, on a chilly day in Manchester, England, he prepared to bowl his first ever ball in an Ashes series. The batsman was Mike Gatting, a seasoned English player known for his skill against spin. The stage was set. Warne took his few, ambling steps. His arm came over in that now famous arc, and he let the ball rip. It drifted innocently outside the leg stump. Then, as if by magic, it gripped the pitch, spun viciously across the batsman, and clipped the top of the off stump. Gatting stood there, bewildered. The umpire raised his finger. The crowd erupted. It wasn't just a wicket, it was a work of art. The media dubbed it the ball of the century. At that moment, a star wasn't just born, a legend was forged. That single delivery changed everything. It revitalized the dying art of leg spin bowling. Suddenly, kids all over the world weren't just trying to bowl fast like Dennis Lillee. They were in their backyards, trying to turn the ball like Warne. He had made spin bowling cool, exciting, and theatrical. Warne's genius wasn't just in his ability to spin the ball a prodigious amount. It was in his mind. He was a master puppeteer on the cricket field. He would spend overs setting a batsman up, playing with their ego, their patience, their technique. He had an arsenal of deliveries: the classic leg break, the googly, the zooter, the flipper. Each was a weapon in a psychological battle he almost always won. He would talk to the batsman, stare them down, create an aura of inevitability. You weren't just facing a bowler, you were facing Shane Warne, and he knew something you didn't. His career statistics are staggering. Over 1,000 international wickets, the first bowler to ever reach the 700 Test wicket milestone. He was a key figure in one of the most dominant teams in sports history, the Australian side of the late 90s and early 2000s. Alongside greats like Ricky Ponting, Glenn McGrath, and Adam Gilchrist, they were unstoppable. And Warne was their X-factor, the magician who could conjure a wicket from nowhere. The 2005 Ashes series is often cited as the greatest of all time, and Warne was at its heart. Australia lost the series, but Warne's performance was heroic. He took 40 wickets, a display of skill, heart, and sheer blood-mindedness. Even in defeat, he was magnificent, bowling endless overs, his body aching, but his competitive fire burning brighter than ever. But the story of Shane Warne is a tale of two sides. For every moment of on-field genius, there was an off-field controversy. His life was an open book, filled with sensational headlines. From scandals involving bookmakers to his well-documented personal life, Warne lived under an intense media spotlight. He made mistakes, and he made them publicly. He was banned from the sport for a year in 2003 after testing positive for a banned diuretic, a substance he claimed he took from his mother to lose weight. It meant he missed the World Cup, a tournament Australia went on to win. It was a devastating blow. Yet, in typical Warne fashion, he served his time and came back hungrier than ever, bowling some of the best spells of his career upon his return. This was the paradox of Shane Warne. He was a flawed hero. He wasn't the perfect, clean-cut sportsman. He was human, relatable, and unapologetically himself. He loved a good time, a cigarette, and a game of poker. He embraced his imperfections, and in a strange way, it only made his fans love him more. He was one of them, just with an extraordinary talent. After retiring from international cricket in 2007, Warne didn't just fade away. He became a global T20 superstar, most notably leading the underdog Rajasthan Royals to an inaugural IPL victory in 2008. As a captain and mentor, he inspired a young and fancied team to believe in themselves, proving his cricketing brain was as sharp as ever. He then transitioned seamlessly into the commentary box. Here, his genius was on display again. He spoke about the game with an infectious passion and an unparalleled insight. He could break down the art of spin bowling in a way that was understandable to the casual fan but also deeply appreciated by the purist. He saw things others didn't. His commentary was like his bowling, insightful, entertaining, and always compelling. He was brutally honest, and his love for the game shone through in every word. Beyond the field and the commentary box, there was another side to Warne, the devoted father. His 3 children, Brooke, Jackson, and Summer, were the center of his universe. He often spoke of his pride in them, and his social media was filled with loving tributes and family photos. For all the fame and controversy, his role as a father was the one he cherished most. He was also a fiercely loyal friend and a generous philanthropist, using his fame to raise millions for various charities through the Shane Warne Foundation. The world was stunned on March 4, 2022, when the news broke. Shane Warne had passed away at the age of just 52. The shockwaves were felt far beyond the cricket world. Tributes poured in from teammates, opponents, celebrities, and fans from every corner of the globe. A state memorial service was held at his beloved Melbourne cricket ground, a fitting farewell for a man who had given so much joy on that very turf. What is Shane Warne's legacy? It's the 708 Test wickets. It's the ball of the century. It's the Ashes victories. But it's so much more than that. His legacy is in every kid who tries to spin a ball in the backyard. It's in the revival of an art form that was fading into obscurity. It's in the way he made cricket more exciting, more dramatic, more human. He taught us that it's okay not to be perfect, that you can fall down and get back up stronger, that you can be a genius and a larrikin at the same time. He lived his life with no regrets, embracing every high and learning from every low. He was a force of nature, a rock star in whites, a once-in-a-generation talent who played the game his way. There will be other great cricketers, but there will never, ever be another Shane Warne. The king of spin may be gone, but his legend will continue to spin for eternity. Thanks for watching.